You're listening to the sounds of the Wate, the world according to Eli.
You are now tuned in to the number one podcast in the world, The Wait, the world according to Eli. Music, sports, video games, and culture. So ladies and gentlemen, please put your hands together for the host of our show, Mr. Eli.
Yo, what's up? Welcome to The Wait, and today we're going to talk about Tom Brady's jersey being found, Drake's album More Life, and the Golden State Warriors versus OKC. But first, let me welcome you my co-host, my dad.
What up, podcast world? Dad is in the building. You already know what it is. We got a lot to talk about.
Yup, let's
How
go.
you feeling?
Great.
Great. Let me
Let's
get that
get it.
dap.
Let's
Get that dap going. Yes. What we talking about first, young man? Hit it up.
We're going into the March Madness,
March Madness.
college basketball,
College B-ball.
and Duke and Villanova.
Okay, they got bumped.
Yeah.
Yeah. News flash, if you had Duke in your bracket,
Yeah.
I did. If you had Villanova in your bracket,
I think we did.
We did.
Yeah, we did.
so our bracket was busted.
Yeah.
This weekend.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna lie, we was cruising the first week.
Yeah, because all the big teams went. All the
And I
little
think we
teams-
had out of 16 choices, I think we had about 14 right.
Yeah.
We was looking easy breezy
And
after.
you messed up on one of them. Cause
I did because you told me not to pick Northwestern, and I should have picked
We should have picked Northwestern, but you didn't pick Northwestern.
because you told me not to.
I didn't tell you not to. No, we made the first bracket.
You see how this is going already?
No. We made the first bracket the first time, right?
We had the $1 million bracket.
Right. We had
Eli screws it up.
No.
And he doesn't
You
want to take
screwed it up
credit.
because you couldn't print it out. So
Now we can't take the family on vacation because we blew our 1 in a trillion opportunity
man, look,
to have a great bracket.
Look, that was on my dad.
Doing good, and then it got to the second round, and that's where it's a little tougher.
Yeah,
it's
that's a little bit more upsets.
Those teams are very competitive.
Right.
And we saw Villanova take an L.
Yeah.
We saw Duke take an L to South Carolina. South Carolina's defense was very impressive.
Yeah.
I was very impressed with their defense.
And I what's that player's name? Jason Allen? Is it?
From Duke?
From Duke.
Grayson Allen.
Grayson Allen.
Grayson Allen, yeah.
Grayson Allen, I thought he was going to cost him anyway because he's out of control.
Yeah.
And you don't think he's...
And out of 9, it's only one ACC team left, and that's North Carolina. So the ACC better get it together because they stink.
Yeah.
I did watch UCLA
And
against Cincinnati, and
yeah.
remember the first half of this game, Lonzo Ball didn't have no assists. I think he only had 2 points.
Right.
And I'm sitting here saying, is this kid
the truth, right.
Is he the truth, or are they bluffing? And he came out in the second half of that game.
Started passing the rock, and his right-hand man,
I forget his name, but he was hitting them shots.
Yeah.
And let me tell you, this kid looked like the truth. But next week's game, UCLA against Kentucky.
That's going to be good.
That's going to be the game of the week. We're going to keep our eye on that.
That's going to be good.
I know Kansas is going up against, I think, Butler or somebody. That'll be a good game. But this Duke-UCLA game, because as the rounds go further on, we get to see if this kid is all that they say he is to be.
Right, and a lot of people are kind of saying that he's like Magic, John Stockton,
I mean,
and
Jason Kidd. I'm hearing Jason Kidd's name.
I think they're a little overboard with it, but I mean, I'm not saying he doesn't have talent. He does. He clearly has talent. But I don't, don't go that far.
Let's watch because the pressure increases round by round.
Definitely.
So if he's not on point, we will begin to see because pressure bust pipes.
Right.
I know his pops got into a little something
with the high school
coach and blame the high school coaches on his sons not going to the championship. What are your thoughts of that?
He was out of bounds.
Why? I mean, did his sons play well or did they stink?
They stunk, and you just blame the coach because you felt like the coach was against you, but yet your sons played like every minute of that game,
and they lost.
And the youngest the youngest one shot like 3 air balls from the half court line.
Oh, see, their pops is getting in their head and having them think they get to shoot shots from the half court line. Like casually, not like the clock is running down. They just pulling up.
Right. And it's not like the head coach took them out and you sit on the bench. He let them still playing.
So I'm thinking
So he's talking crazy.
LAVAR ball, the dad needs to chill out a little bit.
Who wants?
So that's the word on the street
Right,
that
the word.
he may go to Indiana
Yeah.
to avoid dealing with these ball sons that are coming
You got
up
two more.
next.
You already got them
two more
signed.
coming.
You already got them signed to UCLA.
Absolutely,
already.
absolutely.
And and the thing is, you can tell him to chill, but he's not gonna chill. He's
He's hardwired.
He's getting worse.
He's getting worse. Yeah, he's getting progressively worse. He keep doubling down.
LeBron just told him to keep his name out his mouth.
Ooh,
Yeah,
because he said something. Like,
Yeah.
keep my kid's name out. What did he say about his kids? Something to the effect.
Like they set up his kids are set up for success better than LeBron's kids.
Yeah. And whenever you start mentioning a grown man's kids,
First of all, you should not be aiming at the king. You don't aim at the king.
and you don't aim at his kids. If
Right.
you aim at his kids or his wife, you're gonna see a part of LeBron
You don't want to see
that
it.
you really don't want to see. On my own. Now, Nike is designing a special sneaker for the center from Florida State named Michael Ojo. He's 7'1", but he wears a size 22.7E.
Yeah, they just customized as 22.
Nobody in the NBA wears size more than a 20.
Right.
So you're dealing with, and he's been wearing small shoes his whole life.
Right.
Now let me tell you a story about wearing small sneakers. I was a 10.5, or what I thought was my whole life. My feet were hurting every time I played ball. I'd bust a toe out, and I kept saying, "Man, I just don't understand what's going on." And your mother said to me, this was like revelation. She said, "Why don't you try a bigger sneaker?" It was so foreign when she said it. I mean, what do you mean try a bigger sneaker? I'm a 10.5. I tried a bigger sneaker. I am now a 13. Okay? So let's go to show you. Size it makes the difference.
Come on, and I like the fact that Nike customized.
They're customizing, but they may be also putting a little bit into his ear, like, we want your business, we want your business.
Because he's a big dude.
He's a big dude. That reminds me of the commercial. Who commercial was that?
That was a Kia commercial.
That the Reebok commercial?
No, it was Kia.
Kia. Oh, that's a Kia commercial with a dude. The lady comes back and says, "I have your size 19s for you. Are you sure you're not a 9? He looked at her like, a 9? Don't play me, sister. He put on them 19s.
He was like, "Yeah, I'm gonna walk out with these."
I'm gonna walk out with these.
And then he ducked like because he acted like he was like Shaq or something.
Yeah, that was really
that was
fun.
You never know.
Talk to me about the NBA, man. What's going on?
All right, so first and foremost, let's get into the last night's game.
Last night's game. What do we have?
OKC versus Golden State.
Okay, who won that game?
Of course, Golden State won it. Klay Thompson went off. He had 34 points.
34 points.
I think like 8 rebounds and 6 assists, and then Curry had about 23 points.
But he had 7 threes.
Right.
They each had 7 threes in this game.
Yeah.
And if you're gonna allow them, first of all, Westbrook played terrible.
Yeah, he only had 15 points, 8 rebounds, and I think 7 assists.
And every shot he took was a bad shot. His prop, and he's averaging 8 turnovers a game in the 4 games he's played against Golden State, and they've lost by an average of 20 points.
Right, basically.
So if you get 8 turnovers, we don't have to look no further than you.
Right.
Now we
Because you got the ball in your hand.
Right, we understand he's anxious. That's my only problem with him.
Is he goes 100.
He's 100 miles no matter what the speed limit. If the speed limit say 30, reduce your speed to at least 50.
Right.
No, he's 100 miles. He's not reading the forecast up ahead. His forward thinking. The game requires you to slow it down sometimes. So when Westbrook grows up, as crazy as it may seem, he's still got some growing up to do.
How old is he?
And begins, I'm talking about his mental state.
Mental, okay, yeah.
When his mental state reaches his physical ability,
Right.
he will literally be unstoppable.
Right.
But in the meantime, in between time, the Warriors have exercised dominance over OKC.
yeah.
And if they meet in the playoffs, I don't think there's going to be much of a change.
Right.
Because of the matchup situation.
Right.
And if you can't go small against a Golden State, that's the problem.
Yeah.
They have to keep 2 bigs on the floor at all times.
Right.
See, Cleveland, the defending champs, can go small.
Right.
And at least match them player for player in a 7-game series where it boils down to if you make, your shots, you make your shots.
Right.
But
now, do you think last night's performance solidified the fact that you know, James Harden deserves to be MVP, or
I'm not gonna go that far, but I will say he ain't helping his chances.
like did it damage his chances?
I took a point or two away, not a lot of points, just on how he executes.
Gotcha.
I watched James Harden execute against the Cleveland Cavaliers the week before, and the